sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
I, Roberta McCoy.
So it just shows that, when it comes to some of these churches, like churches, I'm gonna say about that there's some things that goes down like this, and if you don't give what the pastor or the bishop wants, you gonna get upset. But other than that, Rodney, man, what's your take on this?
See, when it comes to topics like these are very, very sensitive because someone, us, we used to be a part of the church or still going to church, and we see stuff like this always goes on. Now, when it comes to the bishop and when it comes to pastors, sometimes they get their congregation and their members a certain amount of tithing they got to give. So if you don't have it, you're not supposed to go up there. Oh, well, I could be wrong. I can state me if I'm wrong or Jordan. I could be wrong. But I know nobody there now is like, hey, if you're going to sow a $2,000 seed, then you come up there. If you're not going to sow a $2,000 seed, don't go up there. So even though we know at the end of the day, church is not a church about money, church is about the whole aspect of gathering and knowing about God, but you got to keep it in mind, the church still is a business. They still have to keep the lights on. They still got to pay the choir. They still have to pay for certain things. So I get why they have to ask a certain amount of money, but putting people on blast, I think is not cool. I think they should do that on the back end and not do it publicly. But I understand why they do it because they're trying to make a statement. But we live in a day where stuff like this will go viral, and now you just mess up your whole congregation. Go ahead, Akeem.
I want to read something. Matthew 24:11. I got to. And many false prophets would appear and deceive many people. Because of the increasing wickedness and the love for most will grow cold.
Akeem did a
church. Yeah, church ain't what church it is. That is a false prophet. You giving $1,200, which is rent money, and you saying you ain't listening. That's damnation. You got to be working for the devil. When you turning down $1,200, that's why I don't go to church no more. That's why I don't even look at the pastor. I look at the pastor as just a glorified supervisor, a payroll specialist, because he's counting all the money that's coming in there, but ain't counting the people and praying over them. That shit is wicked, man.
Hey, yo, I'm surprised he put that Marvin Sapp. It's like, close the doors.
Yeah.
Close the doors. I need y'all to close the doors so I get my $2,000. I'm surprised he didn't do all that and everything. But Hakeem, I agree with you 100%, man. Like I used to see stuff in church when I was little, and then you get always see stuff like that. It's like, I ain't cool with this and everything. So stuff like this, like if I was trying to give and everything, and the pastor and the bishop wasn't doing that, I'll be pissed off with the pastor and everything. That's when you see a lot of men, in general, go to church because stuff like this and everything. And when we continue to see stuff like this, most men would never go back to church because stuff like this.
No, but if you